We're back. We are back. Live in effect. Today we're talking about multimedia hypnosis, hashtag no media fap, and more. But first, let me shout out all the champagne crypto boomers out there. Everybody in the foxholes that are rocking with me. This is our second live stream of the day. Our number 2 live stream every Friday. We do an ancillary broadcast. We talked about general ways to self-improve. And we have an open discussion. So this is it, guys. Our second live stream of the day. Guys, make sure you're touching all the buttons for me. The likes, the subscribe, the post notification bell, the ding ding, all the buttons, button it up. Stay clean out there. Let the globe know that Champagne's on the network spreading the good self-improvement word. Along with the crypto and all the alternative frequencies. We are here, boomers. Indeed, indeed. We'll be talking about multimedia hypnosis, hashtag no media fap, and more. Guys, I've said this before. It's not always about your accomplishments and the things that you're doing. Sometimes it's more important about what you're avoiding and the things that you're not doing. Okay? That also makes you the man that you are and the man that you could be. It's not all about, I want to do this and accomplish that. It's like, what have you avoided? Okay? What have you said no to? Okay, certain things that I want to share with you guys as the rest of the boomers tune into this live broadcast. Drop a comment here in the population of the chat box. Let me know if you read me loud and clear as the rest of the boomers tune into this live one. I want you guys checking all the second live streams that we do on every Friday. We've talked about everything from intermittent fasting, keto dieting, strength training, powerlifting, war on masculinity, no fapping, and more. And today we're going to be talking about not fapping here generally with the media. A lot of you people may not be watching pornography, but you're treating the media like a porno, really. Jojo says audio is good. Jigger Rome says we're right here, champ. Indeed. Shout out to Jigger Rome's, our birthday brother today turning 40. Guys, make sure that you wish him a happy birthday, our crypto brother here in the box. We stay close out here. All the brothers are in the box, and we show each other love. Mark D says CNBC stating as we speak, Bitcoin spike is not a short squeeze, but it's the beginning of a big rally. The fact that CNBC is saying that, I'm not too convinced. I'll tell you that. Usually whatever CNBC says, do the opposite. I'm not really swallowing the multimedia pill out there. And we'll be talking about multimedia hypnosis, tuning in too much to the television. And it seems like every single mainstream media outlet, whatever they say, it's like they're telling you the opposite of what's real. So I'm not necessarily convinced out there, Mark D, but thanks for sharing. Mike Measy says, hey, champ, and happy birthday to Jigger Romes. Indeed. Boom. Bomb for the maniac out there. Jose Ortega says, pound those likes. Indeed, pound them. Button up, guys. Stay clean out there. Stay clean. I need you up with your button-up shirts. Some people out there looking sloppy, wearing the same shirts for days. Not shaving, looking like Che Guevara out there. I need you guys at least throwing a 1 to the beard, if not pulling out, not the Gillette, because Gillette is funny bunny. Maybe some other razor or whatnot. But stay clean is what I'm trying to say out there. Stay clean. D-Rock says, starting to get my macros correct. Strength is on point, but I'm slowing. Need to get my nutrition right. We're getting stronger weekly. That's what I'm talking about, D-Rock. Boom! D-Rock out there doing the strong lifts 5x5 with his girl. She's squatting heavy as well. And I had told you to check out some female there on Instagram. I think she's also on some other places. But her name is Stephanie Sanzo. You may want to show that to your girl. A good-looking Australian woman that she's deadlifting, squatting, and she has a physique that is muscular, but it's not like bodybuilding. It doesn't look like a man's physique. So it's, you know, it's good for the women to check that out that are they're skeptics of lifting heavy weight, and you can show them a body that I believe is looking good. Mark D says clean backboard as well. Indeed, I think you're talking about the thumbnail. Okay. Jose is a tremendo sucio. At least that's what my girl's thinking me. I think she's talking about something else. Okay. Jojo Wave says, champ, you hit the gym today. Of course I did, Jojo. I'm not playing games. I haven't missed a day since I started the strong lifts program. I think it was in June or July that I started really tracking it with the app or whatnot. And we've shared this here in the population. If you guys don't know what it is, it's called the Strong Lifts 5x5. It's a workout program that's designed to increase your strength. Okay, I'm not here trying to be the most aesthetic one. Okay, I'm not trying to slim down, look like Vitalik. I already did the keto. I lost all the fat. And right now what I'm doing is putting on muscle and going to be the strongest champagne that there ever was and ever will be. So, you know, I told you what my goals are. 1, 2, 3, 4 are my immediate goals. 1 plate overhead, 2 plates bench press, 3 plates squat, 4 plates deadlift, all times 5 is what I'm heading for. And I'll be there sooner than later, boomers. Today, Revolutionist was at the gym like a beast. I see you, Revolutionist, flipping tires out there, staying strong, pushing the heavy weight out there. Jose says, and say no to cyborgs. Okay. And yes, I did hit the gym. We already read that one, Jojo. Mark D says, looking like Rick Rude. All right. Jojo, did you hit the gym today? How about that? Did you hit the gym today? Guys, make sure you're going to the gym. So Champ follows that routine, and it's linked down below, and it's absolutely free. And if you haven't, you know, started exercising and started training, get on a program. And, you know, for years I was going to the gym doing, you know, little meme workouts or little push-pull here and there, doing the machines or whatnot. But when you get on a program that has specific goals and then you start defining goals like numerically, like I want to hit X amount of weight, I want to do X amount of running, or whatever your particular goal is, make sure you quantify it and make sure it's definable, not something that's up in the air like, oh, I want to get stronger. That's not a definable, clear goal. Just you got to say specifically what you're trying to hit. And like I said, me specifically, 1, 2, 3, 4 is me times 5 on all those heavy lifts. That's what I'm doing. Barbell training, everything with the barbell. I'm not using any machines, although I did a little lateral pull down today just for fun, but yeah, the main program here is with barbell. And I switched over from the Strong Lift to the Mad Cow, which is the intermediate program for Strong Lift. So check that out. Guys, today I'm talking about multimedia hypnosis. Everybody on their damn phones all the time. And Champagne's done with it. Everywhere I go, everybody's pulling out the phone, trying to snap a picture. Everybody's a photographer nowadays. Everybody wants fame on the internet. And I'm done with it, guys. Make sure you put the phone down. Okay, stop fapping around with your phone, because that's what you're doing. You're fapping around. You may not be fapping it down there, but you're fapping with your mind. Gramming, booking, Redditing and all that, and even YouTubing. Okay, guys, put it down. Stop snapping so many photos. Stop scrolling here and there. Go outside, hit the gym, okay, and stop media fapping. Okay, is the message of today. This thing has gotten the majority of the population in a complete hypnosis. Okay, and they continue to pour degeneracy into your mind. Of course, more than 50% of the internet is pornography. I told you guys on other live streams, let it go. Forget about the porno, guys. That thing is corrupting your mind. It's taking away your energies. Okay, and that could be used for something else. The only reason that you should be ejaculating is if you're with a female. Okay, it's the bottom line. I don't need you guys fapping at all. It's for children. Stop it. You're not 16 years old anymore, guys. Stop it right now. And furthermore, you need to look at all this media the same way, because it's one step away from the porno. You got things like Game of Thrones nowadays, a great show. Excellent. One of the best ones. But what are they doing? The first episode, they kill a little kid. What is that? They throw him off the building. It's not good. It's degeneracy. Then they try to introduce incest. Okay, it's degeneracy. It's meant to corrupt your mind. There's nothing good out there with this media garbage. It gets worse and worse every day. I had the Super Bowl on the other day, and, you know, I enjoy, you know, the sports or whatnot. I'm not normally into guys, you know, cheering for men running around with the ball. But hey, listen, I watched a little bit of the Super Bowl, but in between all these commercials, more degeneracy, more degeneracy. You know, Champagne's a dad nowadays. I don't want the young boomer seeing the degeneracy on TV. So please stop media fapping. This thing has everybody in a hypnosis, looking like the Walking Dead out there. I'll tell you, that Walking Dead is a metaphor for society nowadays. Everybody has become a non-playable character. They're stuck on their phones, zombied out, just looking and scrolling. And then they want to get the picture, everybody with their damn phone out. Put the phone down. guys. They're tracking you on every single picture that you take. There's metadata embedded within the JPEG that not only explains what phone and what settings you had while you took that picture, but also your geographic location. They're selling that. They're selling your information, your loved one's information, and you are the product. So just say no to NPC, says Jose. Indeed. Joe just said today was his rest day. Yes, and that's important. Rest is just important as going hard in the gym. So what Champagne does is a 3-day routine. Sometimes I add that extra 4th day for, you know, a little ancillary work there, maybe hit some arms or whatnot. Champagne does not focus on doing little bicep curls or anything. I'm doing squat, bench, squat, bench press, deadlift, overhead press, barbell rows, cock diesel workouts, you know, that'll strengthen your arms anyway. So that's what it is. No go back to the old dial phone, says Revolutionist. Yeah, I mean, it seems like we need to do that. So I, you know, invite you guys just to put down the phone, turn it off. Champagne's phone's off right now. Okay, I just turned it off. Right now it's off. You can't get a hold of me. You know, being the fact that everybody's online all the time, you know, everybody expects a quick response with the messaging. I'm done with the group messages. You want to contact Champagne, call me directly or come see me in person or show up here to the live streams and we'll talk it out. I mean, too much typing, too much on the phone, people's neck, okay? People's neck is beginning to get messed up, okay? Because they're always looking down. Their posture's messed up. You'll see that their shoulders start shrugging forward. They have bad posture. They can't even breathe correctly because all they're doing is sitting down, looking down all the time at a blue screen that arguably is hypnotizing their mind. Stare at that blue screen long enough, guys, to see what it does to your mind. So, my opinion is to put down the damn phone, okay? Put it down. Stop snapping around these photographs because you're not a photographer, okay? And stop worrying about the stupid likes on Instagram, okay? And go outside and become a stronger boomer. That's what you need. And then also rest, like Jojo says, you know, take a day off. Rest, sleep is important. This meme that's going around for such a long time of team no sleep. I haven't slept. I don't sleep because all I do is work. Listen, the joke's on you if you're not sleeping and if you're working hard for the man, okay? You need some tranquility, some rest. If you want to make gains out there, you need to sleep like a baby. That's when your muscles will grow. You need to eat better food. That's when your muscles will grow. And if you're a fat boy, okay, stop eating right now. I recommend you guys check out Snake Diet. Some of you guys need to fast and stop completely eating. Some of you guys are so overweight that you could fast for weeks on end without eating and still be fine. Just eat your own fat in your body because you've stored too much of it. Did you see the David Sinclair interview with Joe Rogan? No, I haven't been tuning into Joe Rogan lately. Joe Rogan is acting funny bunny to me. Look what happened with that Jack Dorsey interview. He in my opinion, he's already sold out. And it's sad to say because I like Joe's podcast. I think he's a trailblazer, a pioneer when it comes to streaming and, you know, the media. But lately, it looks like he sold out to the Cash App. So I want nothing to do with it. Jose says, sometimes I can't sleep right and I realize I forgot to put it on airplane mode. That shit is filling you with radiation. Yes, that's a good point, Jose. Get that phone while you're sleeping and at least have it about 5-10 feet away from you. Okay, because that radiation, that Wi-Fi or whatever that signal is interrupting with your sleep as well. If I'm not mistaken, if you look at the warning for most of these phones, they say not to have it all next to you all the time. It's actually written in the warning if I'm not mistaken. Dips and pull-ups are great to add to a 5x5 workout days at the end of the workout. Heavy weighted sit-ups once a week are also great. Also helps with my power. Absolutely. Dips are diesel. Pull-ups are excellent. Those are excellent calisthenic workouts. Weighted sit-ups, excellent. I would recommend adding some planks too. Champagne did some planks. Now, not normal planks. You want to plank on your elbows and put them closer to your face. Okay? It's a little more difficult and that activates your core even more than a normal plank. So I'm with you all the way there, Derek. Or excuse me, D-Rock. Revolutionist says, if anyone wants a good pre-workout drink for the gym, I recommend Purge or Kill It. The one I'm using at the minute is Purge. I think you've mentioned that before. I'm not too fond of, adding extra pre-workouts and too much caffeine or whatnot, but I will admit that Champagne's been taking an espresso shot or a double espresso shot before the gym. And, it's helped me, have a little bit more kapump out there. Jojo agrees with Jose. Queen says, off the subject, CNBC says it's the beginning of a rally. I won't trust it. And AMD champ, you're speaking the truth. Need to put the phone down. Yeah, you got to, everybody, including myself. I put it down. It's off right now. And it's too much phone. Watch them. The normies out there. They're on the phone. Everything's about the phone. People are so hypnotized with these damn phones, okay, that they're paying $800 for an iPhone. Okay, and it doesn't do anything new. In fact, now it's like face scanning you, taking your thumbprint and selling all that data, and you're not getting not a damn penny out of it, guys. The joke is on you. I recommend getting a cheaper phone. You can go to Best Buy or one of these stores, and you can get a good, baby Galaxy for less than $200. It runs on Android. It does all the same thing. Now, granted, it may not have the megapixels that, the top tier phones have. But again, you're not a damn photographer. Stop it. It's enough out there, guys. Leave it for the ladies out there. You're acting like, some of you guys are acting like women with the little photos all the time and the little back and forth, little smiley faces and stuff. Stop it, guys. Stop it. Let Champagne let you know, I'm not your crypto daddy, but sometimes I need to be. Or I should be. Track phone for the win. Yeah, I know about that, Jose, indeed. Revolutionist swears by a good pre-workout. It sends you off your rocker, benching like 170. There you go. There you go. Indeed, I think it's the caffeine. So maybe, you find it with that whatever drink you're taking that you just recommended. I go with the coffee. It seems like more of a fastball to me. A good double espresso there, and I feel good. Right on, boomers. No fap, no porn. Retain the strength within until with a good woman. Absolutely, Reed. Absolutely. And, that's why I say no media fap, because, like, the media is, like, in a way, like, it's like pornography for your mind. People, like, even Instagram, you're there scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. What are you doing? Okay, you're just hypnotized on the blue screen there, scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. It's like you're fapping with your mind. Stop it. There's something else that you could do. Read a book, okay? Not an audio book. I don't need you guys with the audio. That's not reading. That's listening. Pick up a book, a real physical one, and read it, okay? It forces you to pay attention to something. It's the thing with the devices is that you can divert your attention too quick, so it's degrading our attention span. Everybody's becoming ADD out there. BTC pump incoming, says Leonard. Yeah, it's there. It's coming. So says CNBC. But I'll tell you, someone just mentioned that. CNBC saying that we're about to start the next bull run. Listen, I'm not believing anything CNBC says. Okay? They're you know how I feel about it. Funny bunny. Snipe them out the box. Champ, the new generation is stuck in the phone. Stupid little girls want to dance in the street and act like they want attention. And you see all these grown men staring at them, shaking my head, not a good future. That's why it's important, Queen's Races, to, call it out, recognize it, and stop letting your mind be degraded by all this garbage out there. If you don't pay attention to it, then there's less demand. And it takes the grown men, okay, the grown men to lead people to victory. You can't expect the women and children to change their behavior if the grown leaders don't change their behavior. Breathing and proper form is important when lifting. Absolutely, Pepe El Toro. That is like paramount, especially with squatting and deadlifting. You want to make sure that you take a good breath and you brace your core while you're doing the lift, and then exhale at the top. So with the squats, you guys may want to check that out. Take a good breath, squat down, and then when you come back up is when you let go of the breath. And that took me a while to really understand. I thought that you would exhale as you go up, but you lose some pressure in your core if you exhale while you're going up. So you want to keep yourself tight and then exhale when you go up. Derek says, I'm still hooking up with a girl from Tinder. She wants to meet up tonight. No fap. There you go. There you go. No fap. Use that energy to be with something real, Derek, with something real. You got the right idea. Congratulations to you. Leonard says, I mean, right now, Bitcoin pumping. Yeah, we talked about it on our first broadcast. Leonard, this is our second broadcast of the day. On Fridays, we do an ancillary broadcast here where we talk about things ancillary to crypto. We covered all the crypto, the Litecoin, the Bitcoin, the EOS, the Cardanos on our stream this morning. We went for about an hour. You may want to check it out. This particular stream is an ancillary stream, a more of an open format discussion where we talk about self-improvement, diet, exercise, no FAP, and in this case, multimedia hypnosis. Like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, a lot of people, they want to measure their worth with their achievements. I did this, I earned that. You know, I more. But sometimes you need to ask yourself, what didn't I do? What did I say no to? Okay. What did I avoid? And that could make you a better boomer. So I recommend putting down the phone and putting down all these damn shows. The Netflix shows, I mean, how many damn Netflix shows are out there, guys? And let me explain to you, some of them are produced quite well, but the majority are just designed to keep you there. The story keeps going and keeps going. There is no ending. You guys should have learned from watching Lost. Okay, that left you lost. There was no payoff at the end. There was no, you know, what was the point of the story? You were left lost. It's a metaphor for all of the media. You're lost. It's not doing anything for you, guys. It's not doing anything for you. And I've said this in the past, and that's why I believe that podcast and non-fictional media is being more produced, because I think it's more in demand. I think subconsciously people are starting to realize, like, how many damn Netflix shows am I going to watch? How many damn Game of Thrones? And I'll tell you, I mean, Game of Thrones is an incredibly written show, well produced. But when you start looking at the greater idea, it's like they're pushing, you know, they kill the little boy at the beginning. And they do incest. It's like, you know, nothing but plotting against each other. It's like, what are they doing for you? Nothing. They're just keeping you fapping there mentally. So stop it. Mark D says, hey, champ, are threesomes okay? I love two girls at once. Listen, you know, I would say no. You know, I mean, it sounds great, but, you know, how is that pure and good for you? You know, like, yeah, I mean, it may feel good, but that's something of the flesh. So no, Mark, I'm going to say no. I'm going to keep it 1,000. Champ has to keep it 1,000. You know, has Champ been there before? Yes. Is it fun? Yes. You know, is doing drugs good? No. Does it feel good? Yes. You know the answers to these questions. Stop being a degenerate out there. Stop it, guys. It's degeneracy. And it's a form of sodomy as well, guys. Queens, Champ, working out and taking pre-workout is cool, but for MMA training, it's dangerous. Your heart pumps too hard. For MMA, I'll take a small black coffee with no sugar. Yeah, I don't take pre-workout, but I'm not, you know, judging those that are taking pre-workout. And, you know, I rather take a little coffee. But shout out to Revolutionists. And Mark, again, you know, I don't want to act like the super conservative one, but you're asking me a question and I'm giving you the honest answer. Okay, how are you going to respect those two ladies? What, you know, are they engaged with sodomy, homosexuality? I mean, how are you going to respect the woman for the long term if she's behaving like that? I don't know. You answer that question for yourself. That's totally up to you. Derek said there's nothing wrong with the threesome in his opinion. I mean, listen, it may not hurt you, but like, you know, what's right with it? That's the better question. What is right with it other than it, you know, the pleasure you get out of it? How about write your own show instead of watching one? Absolutely, Pepe. You hit it right in the head. Listen, how about uploading more than you download? Okay, how much are you uploading compared to your downloading? You're downloading videos, you're downloading the streams all the time. How much have you put back in? How much have you created? Okay, creating over consuming, guys. But using something on a PR day will definitely help with max, but not something I did daily. I got addicted to supplements and had bad training days when I didn't take subs, raw strength. Yeah, I agree. And, you know, when those PR days, I used to work out fasted when I was doing the ketogenic diet. I hit a wall as soon as I took like a small snack. right before the gym, I increased my PRs right then and there. So I agree with you. This weekend's UFC is looking tasty, but they bet they know FAP. I'll tell you, UFC is one of the sports I watch the most compared to other things like football and basketball, even though I like it. You know, UFC's entertaining, and I can see the degeneracy with that as well. You know, I'm not perfect. Mark D says he appreciates the answer, champ. He loves porn, threesomes, banging new girls every single day, and orgies. Let's see how that works out for you in the long term, Mark. You know, that's cool. I mean, listen, I've been there as well. I mean, it's not like I didn't enjoy that at a point in time. But listen, there's a point in time that you need to act like a grown man, Mark. All right? And that answer that you're giving, you sound like you're a teenager. Let's keep it 1,000. Okay? You sound like a kid, Mark. When are you going to grow up, Mark? Did you trim your beard? Half a lemon with 3 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar and 16-ounce water. Some Redmond real salt for pre-workout. Yes, I like that. I like that. I'm not so into apple cider vinegar. I tried that, the brags or whatnot, and it had me throwing up. It was too acidic. But I know that some people had some results with that. Queen says, champ is speaking the truth from a godly perspective. Respect it. Yeah, you got to speak the truth out here, Queens. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not out here to sell you the hypnosis, guys. I'm not out here to sell you the hypnosis, okay? I could make some titles that are clickbaity. You know, I could, you know, there's a lot of things that I could do to steer you in the direction to trigger your emotions. But I'm out here to build, not to destroy. I'm not here to profit off degeneracy, guys. It's about positive energy, positive flow. And there's also a negative charge, and I understand that. And I'll let other people handle that, and that's cool. And listen, you know, not everybody's perfect. I've been there. So I appreciate Mark being honest. I mean, shout out to Mark. You know, he says, champ, fully grown, perfectly groomed, sporting 9.5 inches for all the ladies. Love freedom of life, not here to judge. No, listen, you know, we all judge, though, Mark. Let's be honest. But, you know, I'm not here to disrespect the boomers, and I'm listening to you, Mark. And I enjoy you being in the population of the chat box. Shout out to you. Crypto Power says, yeah, champagne is crushing soy boys and weak bagel sniffers. I will sell my Ethereum after your videos. I guess it's done. We'll put the money on other. Now, listen, you know, I've been thinking about selling the Ether, and I'm glad I kind of held it because it's up today. Let's see how much more, you know, north it goes. But, you know, it's looking like if they don't implement the upgrades with the Ether, it's going to die a slow death. And we've already seen decentralized apps moving to EOS and Tron. I mean, the numbers don't lie. So that's what it is. Just to keep it 1,000, I haven't dumped my Ether bag just yet. I'm waiting for a good time. My last girl had 5 threesomes before me, always 2 guys and her. Well, there you go, Derek. I mean, how do you feel about that? I mean, is that a keeper? Does that sound like a keeper to you? I mean, not to me. You could keep her, not me. Karan says, I've switched to learning guitar from YouTube. Love it. And it's very creative and rewarding. There you go. You know, if you want to spend your time online, at least, you know, learn something. You got Karan there, you know, learning the guitar. Some people like to draw or paint, or you could watch farming videos or something that's productive, that's creative. Not that you're just fapping around being entertained all the time. That's corrupting your mind out there. You're getting soft, and that's not going to make you a stronger boomer. Leave that for the women and the kids. Crypto Power says, truth teller champagne, as always, 100. That's why I tune in as a premium human being. I have no time for fluff. Indeed, indeed. Neither do I there, Crypto Power. I appreciate you in the box. Derek says, really 9.5 inches. Keep that to yourself. Pepe says, we need to respect our women. We need to respect our women. They raise our children. Exactly. It's not disrespectful to have threesomes. Some girls like it, and it's not that serious. They're disrespecting themselves, Derek. You know, there you said, no, I cut her off, but I still hit. There you go. You see, at the end of the day, you know, you got what you had to get, but you know, you're not still around. You know, that's, you got to, if they're raising your children, you want them acting like that? Come on, guys. Rafterman says, just be careful you don't get addicted to that illicit sex. Indeed, indeed. Yeah, you know, the point of the broadcast, guys, is just to turn off the damn media all the time, you know. Media nofap. I don't know if that's a good hashtag, but I'm trying to figure out a good hashtag that can compare nofap to like media, to fasting from the media, or like media fast or something like that. So for now, it's hashtag no media fap. But if you guys got a better idea, I'll definitely try to coin the term. 29 crypto maniacs here in the box. We've been on for about 30 minutes. I'll take a few more comments and questions and leave this one here a little shorter. I'll go enjoy my day with the fam. Got a little baby champagne out here. The young boomers getting strong, guys. That whey protein that I've been giving him, thanks to the super chats that you guys drop here in the box, definitely working. Derek says, I agree. I wouldn't want my kids doing that, but it's not like it's evil or anything. Some people just like to try new things with their bodies and on other people. I don't know, Derek, if I agree with you. If you don't want your kids doing that, you got to ask yourself why. Because deep down inside, you know that there's some degeneracy with that, you know. But, you know, they want to sell you the, you know, the open love and everything's okay. You could do whatever you want. You can experiment with your body. I mean, listen, guys, you probably learned that in university, okay? They're teaching you critical theory out there from the Frankfurt School. It's Marxist ideology. I'm going to have to do a whole entire stream with this critical theory stuff. Frankfurt School. I need you guys looking it up right now. Cultural Marxism, guys. They're trying to corrupt everything and invert everything and destroy what we've taken so long to create out here. Revolutionist says, if a guy approaches one of my $3 and he's a weak mofo who can't fight like a man, he can keep walking. Indeed. Indeed. You don't want him with a soy boy out there. Crypto Power says, I see the topic. Yeah, the bagels want you to consume Netflix, video games, social media, XXX video, music media, and urine stream news. Fast and say no. Produce, not consume. Crypto Power definitely is in the right frame of mind. Shout out to Crypto Power. Boom. I appreciate you, Power. Learning crypto is my media fix. There you go. Jigger Rome says most of these Hollywood hotties are MTF trannies. Hope you never fap to Jessica Alba or Megan Fox. I've seen some of those videos that say that they're low-key trannies. You know, I don't know or not, and you know, it's definitely entertaining though. Queen says, Champ, if you like 8 eggs, do you use 1 yolk or more? Is that a joke or a real question? I listen, when I eat eggs, I eat the whole egg, the yolk, everything. You guys eating only the egg whites, that's soy boy stuff. Eat the yolk as well. The yolk has all the vitamins, guys. All the vitamins are in the yolk. Granted that the egg white has a lot of protein, but you want everything. Down it all. Derek says, what's inherently bad about a threesome, Champ? Well, if you don't want your kids to do it, okay? If you don't want your mother to do it, then you answer that question for yourself and ask yourself why, okay? Why at the core of you don't you want it? Because if there's nothing wrong with it, then your mom should be doing it, right? And your sisters, if you have one, or your loved ones. Crypto, side business, health, workout, and upgrading yourself. I fart on cultural Marxism. Be an individual instead of a sheep, you weak sissies. Shout out to Crypto Power, indeed. Thanks for the kaboom, indeed. Pepe says, go to the Amazon and find some isolated tribes that's been with nature 100%. They're not watching porn or having threesome or masturbating. We are just lab test rats for corporations. Indeed. It's a corruption, guys. It's the foot in the door tactic. You stick your foot right in the door, and before you know it, you can come into the house. So yeah, at the surface, it may be like, oh, it's not too bad. We're just experimenting, and that's what they want. Listen, you need to it's not about the things you do. It's about the things you don't do. You got to make sure you have the right security around your mind. That's why walls sometimes are good, guys. I mean, like, you don't want to keep the doors open for everything. If you left your front door and your back door open all the time, when it rained, when it's windy, things will come in and destroy your house. There's certain times you got to close the doors out there, okay? And don't let the rain in. Don't let the corruption in. Good fat in the yolks, absolutely. Batman says, boom. Revolution says, Derek, imagine you have several daughters and a guy mentions a threesome. What would you think? Because if you approach my daughters wanting a threesome, then there you go. You're going to get it from Revolutionist. There you go. Derek says, I don't want to do it because I think it's taboo, but I don't think it's a bad thing. It's okay, Derek. Listen, I mean, I've been there before. It's not like I haven't engaged in that type of activity in the past, but I'm keeping it 1,000 with you guys. Okay. You got to speak the truth out there. The more you speak the truth, the better things will be. Queen says, if if you eat 8 eggs, do you use 1 yolk or more? Is that like a riddle or something? But you know my answer. I'm using all the yolks. Crypto Power says, wow, nice up on today's crypto. Just check my crypto. Nice. We'll sell ETH anyway. It's weak. Maybe TRX or EOS. And of course, Big Daddy Bitcoin. Well, ETH is up today. So, I mean, if you sold it, at least you'll feel good that, you know, you sold it while it's up, not while it's down. So that's what it is. D-Rock says, take care, everyone. See y'all next week. Indeed, D-Rock, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on Monday. Keep booming out there. Here's a bomb for you. Pepe says, very important. The eggs are pasture raised, not free range eggs. Very bad. Pasture raised mean their diet is insects. Yeah, I mean, when you can, guys, you know, you want to get pasture raised beef, pasture, everything as natural as possible. Absolutely. I agree with you. Don't throw your yolks away, especially if you're buying good organic eggs, says Batman. Absolutely. I understand what you're saying, but if your daughter wanted to try it for fun with 2 guys who were nice and respected her, wouldn't it be a bad thing? I don't think so. I completely disagree with you. I mean, if your own daughter wanted to try it, would you allow her? And, you know, if you would, I'm telling you, you're already cooked out, Derek. Don't fall for the meme. Let Champagne listen to the champ here. I'm asking you, okay? I'm not telling you, I'm asking you to listen to the champ. It's like saying, yo, if your daughter wanted to try crack, you know, I mean, just hitting it for one time, it wouldn't be a bad thing. You know, like, come on. Batman says there's a lot of shit estrogen in the feed that they give to chickens and it ends up in the yolks, buy organic, and you won't get it. Yeah, we know about that. You know, there's a lot of stuff being fed to the animals out there that's not legit. Revolution would slap that B straight. Exactly. I'm with revolutionists. Derek says, I'm not saying I would want it, but I'm asking why it's bad. It's bad because you don't respect your body, and you're just opening yourself up to more corruption. It's like, you know, and you know, where does it stop? I mean, listen, if 2 guys is not bad, why not 3? And shit, while we're at it, why don't you let the dog bang her as well? You know, why would that be bad? You know, why would it be, you know, if listen, if the dog can't impregnate her, why would bestiality be bad then? You see how you open the door to one thing and it becomes a slippery slope? You just open the door to one thing, before you know it, it's 2 guys, 3 guys, 4 guys. Before you know it, I mean, she's humping the horse. It's a slippery slope, Derek. That's why. And when you start allowing the door to be open for just for this, for that, you're not showing discipline. You're not showing up and you're not resisting. Okay? Resistance is what builds strength. You're not going to get stronger unless you experience some resistance. Champ, have you ever heard of sleeping on a hard surface compared to a soft mattress? Apparently it helps realign the skeleton and makes the bones stronger. Right? Because it's harder resistance, right? It makes you stronger, right? I mean, it makes sense. Now, I haven't heard of that, but it makes sense. You know, Champ uses a firm mattress, not one of these little cushy mattresses that they may feel good, but that's going to mess up your alignment. Your sons and daughters are like monkey see, monkey do. And exactly. Come on, Champ. It's not the same. Why is one guy respect by 2, but 2 disrespect? Well, at that moment, then why is not, I mean, like, listen, at that point, why don't I let the whole town gangbanger, you know, take 10, 15? Why is that not disrespectful then? At what point do you stop, Derek? This is what I want to know. At what point? Because if you're okay with 2, then why not 3? Why not 4? And why not the horse? And the entire community. At what point do you start? How many is it disrespectful? At what point does it become disrespectful to you? And again, you know, you may have to start thinking it out and thinking it through, and it takes time to realize certain truths. Sometimes they don't appear, they're not apparent to you, but think it through, Derek. Think it through, and ask yourself: at what point does it stop? At what point are you gonna create resistance and say, "No, no more"? No more. Shout out to Derek, Revolutionist, Jojo, Crypto Power, Queen's Racist, Pepe, Batman, and the rest of the boomers out there. I'll take a few more comments and questions, and I'll tune down this live broadcast. I could go at it with Derek here with this debate, but it's personally not worth my time. If you haven't gotten it, then hopefully one day you will. It's not disrespect if that's what persons want. So if a person wants to mess their life up, that's not disrespecting themselves. I don't know. I feel you, champ, but don't get me wrong. I just don't think it's bad. Well, hey, let's see how it works out for you, Derek. You know, again, I'm not here, you know, I'm not going to change your mind by force. I'm just speaking my truth, and hopefully it gets to you. If not, then those seeds weren't sowed. You know, not all the seeds that are dropped are sowed. Yeah, Rafterman says, do you want your wife banging 3 or 4 dudes? Exactly. I mean, come on, man. Because if you do, I'm sure some guys here in the population wouldn't mind taking care of that for you, Derek. Anyhow, shout out to Derek. At least he's asking questions. And I see that you're trying to at least, you know, you're trying to understand. And that's the first step. You're trying to understand. Seek understanding, you know. That's important. And maybe you don't see it exactly like me. And again, maybe those seeds are not sowed. And that's a parable, guys, if you haven't seen that. Would it be disrespectful if I wanted 3 girls tonight? That's an answer that you need to ask for yourself. I mean, listen, I'm not here, you know, to judge your respect. Let me ask you the question. I mean, like, if you believe in the big man upstairs, how do you think he'll sit with that? Like, if you're a believer, maybe you're not, okay? And if you're not, then forget about it. You know, there's nothing to talk about, because then there is no regulation of anything. But if you're a believer with the big man, how do you think? Would you think he think it's disrespectful? And that's up to you to decide. I don't even need. That's between you and the big man. If you believe that, if you don't, then you're on another plane, and good for you. And there you go. He says, I do believe in God. So how do you think he would feel about that, Derek? Like, seriously, don't even answer it. You don't have to answer it. Like, how do you think he would feel about that? And like, do you think that he's up for a debate back and forth, and like you try to convince him out there? No. There is no debating. Shout out to the multimedia hypnosis out there. It has people considering that it's okay to perform degenerate acts of sodomy. And they're like, oh, it's okay. I mean, that's how far it's gotten out there. We've gotten so far off track that people have opened their minds up. That's, you know, the whole meme of keep an open mind. That's a trick as well, guys. Open mind is good sometimes. Sometimes you got to open up the doors to air out the house and let the good, clean, the ionized air in. But not always. There's times you got to keep it open, and sometimes you got to keep it closed. Derek McLean says, I personally think you're not hurting yourself or anyone. If you're not hurting yourself or anyone else, it's okay. But how do you know you're not hurting someone? You're just assuming it. You may not be hurting yourself, but your act may be hurting somebody else. And how do you know that person's mature enough to, or that person's thought it through? Maybe you're the corrupter. You don't know. Animals breed with many other animals at once. Then go ahead and behave like an animal. That's fine. You could behave like an animal. If that's what you want to do, then go ahead. Again, I don't want to make this whole entire stream me and Derek debating back and forth. I got your point, Derek. And again, I'm not on the effort to try to convince you anymore. I think I dropped what I got to drop, and I can keep going, but I think it would take the stream into another tangent, and it would get, we don't have time for that. I don't have time for it right now. There you go. Rafterman says, well, if you believe in God, what about that thou shalt not commit adultery? Exactly. It's one of the commandments. But again, people have tuned so far away with the multimedia that they haven't even gone over the commandments. They haven't thought these things over. So this is why you should get off the media completely. Okay. And think things over and ask yourself, is this the right way to live? Am I doing this right? You know, like, think for it for yourself. And it's good that you're asking these questions, Derek. That's how you start becoming a better man. Like, you know, you think it through, you make your own decisions, you're doing your own research, and at least you're considering things. Revolutionist believes the 10 Commandments are man-made. There you go. I mean, look, everybody has a different opinion, you know. The Bible is up to interpretation. Okay. That's what you guys think. That's all good. I mean, what could I say? At the end of the day, it's a question of between fact and faith. And when you're talking about the faith, like, it's hard to debate because it's based on faith, guys. That's the whole point. And we're not talking about science here. So it's not like I can pull up data and be like, okay, guys, check out this data. It's faith. And I understand that, you know, so it's up to you guys to whether you're going to have faith or not. It's cool. Father teaches son to respect women early on. Exactly. Absolutely. Derek Malink says, exactly, it's based on faith. Absolutely. That's the bottom line here, Derek. It's based on faith, right? Absolutely. That's the bottom line. Do you have the faith or not? That's all it is. That's what the entire book's about, the faith anyway. So, like, in order to believe in God himself, you need to have faith. So you had faith. You said you believed in God, so that means you had faith to a certain extent. Revolutionist says, yeah, Willie, I agree, but the modern culture is fatherless. There you go. And that's on by design, guys. That's by design, you know. It's easier to control families that are fatherless out there. Quran says, read the Tao Te Ching, short and quality. I don't know anything about that one, but thanks for letting us know, Quran. Well, somehow we got into the morality of threesomes here. And I'm you know, shout out to those that are enjoying themselves. That's okay, you know. But look at the bigger picture is all I'm trying to say. Someone asked me a question directly, and I give them a direct answer that I believe is, with my faith, is true. You need to put your bare feet on the grass and stand under the sun if you want to reconnect with good energy. I completely agree with that, Jojo. I talked about grounding the other day. Literally, it's... you could look at it like that. You could look at it scientifically. I mean, there's an electrical circuit in your body, and you want it to be grounded. Okay, like when you run an electric circuit, it needs to be grounded. And when you're walking around on rubber soles all day, technically you're not grounded. So I do agree with that. You want to reconnect, then take your shoes off for a little while. Derek McLean says he cares about having safe sex. I don't know about how many girls or anything like that. Yeah, you know, but the whole safe sex thing is a meme. Listen, if it wasn't, you know, what would you do if there was no condoms or birth control? Then you would have to really, like, behave differently. That's a whole nother live stream as well. Reed Max says he'll stick to one good woman. I don't want no genital herpes. There you go. Shout out to Reed. And shout out to Derek. I appreciate you, Derek, out there. Jojo, I appreciate you as well. Quran, Revolutionist, Willie T, and the rest of the boomers, Rafter Man out there, all the 17 crypto maniacs that are watching. Guys, get off the phones. Get off the phones, at least for like an hour or two. I know it's hard. I mean, I'm on it too. I'm snapping pictures sometimes as well. But, you know, try to look at yourself as a third person. And are you going to be like the rest of the NPCs, always looking down at the phone, always looking like a zombie, always getting tracked, and getting your time and energy sucked away from you daily? You know, think about that. And go on a little media no-fap for a while. Hit the likes out there, says Rafterman. Indeed, I think I'm going to be out of here, guys. Enjoy my weekend. And it's always been a pleasure out there. Rafterman, Reed, Derek, Jojo, Quran, Revolutionist, Willie T, and the rest of the boomers out there. Great stream, says Jojo. I appreciate you, Jojo. Jig Rome says abortion created loose women with less responsibility. Yeah, it's by design, Jigaromes. It's by design. And you can see they're trying to make it worse and worse. It's like I said a few moments ago, it's the foot in the door tactic. At first, they told you abortions will only be at the beginning. Before you know it, now it's towards like you could abort the child now moments before delivery. And what's coming next is being able to literally murder the child after they're born. That's what they want next. It's out of control, guys. It's time to focus on yourself, take control of your own private keys, and tune in to the alternative frequencies. There is an awakening going on out there, and hopefully the boomers here in the populations are taking part of that. On that note, I'm out of here, guys. Go enjoy your time. Get off these shows for a little while, the Netflix and the Amazon Prime or whatnot, and you know, go play a guitar, go learn how to play an instrument, go learn how to build something, go plant a tree, go outside and do some exercise, go spend some time with your family, go talk to people instead of texting them all the time. Look them in the eye and have a good conversation and do things the way they need to be done. Derek says, peace out, champ. Great stream. Indeed. Peace out to you, Derek. And hopefully, you know, I stimulated you to think about things, you know, and just think about it. That's all I'm saying. Koran says later, and Jigarome says these Democrats are Luciferian. I'll tell you, yeah, it's apparently looking like that. On that note, guys, nothing but love out there. I appreciate all you maniacs. Have an incredible weekend. Stay booming. I'll be back on Monday. It's the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's biggest cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in.